This After Effects tutorial is sponsored by Concept D. Hey guys, what's up? I am Nikhil from Dope Motions and welcome to this brand new After Effects tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create 5 different motion graphic animations inside of After Effects using some very interesting techniques and effects. These motion graphics mainly revolve around text and typography, so it's going to be super fun to create them. And we will also learn about some interesting effects that can be used to create this animation. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into After Effects and get started. Alright, so let's start with our first technique or animation. So here I have a simple composition in which I have added a text using the Tactics Sans font. So what I'm going to do is select the text, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, right click, pre-comp. Let's call this water. Move all attributes, hit OK. And then on top of this, I'm going to add an effect called CC Mercury. Double click to apply this. We will hide this text for the moment. So here we have a really interesting effect. Let's change a few things here. First of all, let's increase the radius like so, and the radius Y as well. So now we have a different look. As you can see, looks pretty cool in itself. So let's increase this to around 140 or 150 should be good. And let's set this one to 100. That's fine. And then I'm going to increase the blob birth size. So let's increase this like so, and the depth size as well. So now we have a very interesting look. Now you can play around with the settings until you get a satisfying result. There we go, looking pretty nice. Then what I'm going to do is pre-comp this again, hit Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose it. This time I'm gonna again click on move all attributes, call this water comp. All right, hit OK. And then select the text layer that we had previously. Go into effects and presets and search for an effect called glass. Go into surface, and in the bump map, I'm going to select the water comp. So now it looks much more like water droplets, which looks pretty damn cool. And the best part about this effect is you can also add some nice color to this. So if I want, I can go into effects and presets, search for a fill, double click to apply this, and then you can change it to whichever color that you like. So let's say if I want to go with a nice purple. There we go. Pretty useful effect and looks pretty amazing. Now let's head on to our next animation. So here again I have a very simple text for the font. This time I'm using the Mango Grostek. Alright, so here we have our text. So let's create a new composition and call this map. Hit OK. Hit Ctrl Y to create a new solid. Hit OK again. Go into effects and presets and search for gradient ramp. You can just simply drag and drop it onto the solid. And then hit S to bring down the scale properties, unlink this and set this to 10. Then I'll select the gradient ramp effect and let's move this one right over here and move the white point right over here. So we have something like this. Then go into effects and presets and search for motion tile, double click to apply this, and then increase the output width like so. So let's set this to around 2000. And then I can just simply animate this. I'm going to move this right over here. Hit P to bring down the position, create a keyframe. Let's go to around 5 seconds. And let's move this like so. So now we have a very nice simple movement. Then go back to our composition and drag and drop in the map composition that we created. We can hide this. Right click and create a new adjustment layer. Call this glass. Go into effects and presets and search for an effect called Displacement Map. Double click to apply that. And then in the Displacement Map layer, I'm going to set this to the map that we just created. Let's bring down the vertical displacement to 0 and increase the horizontal displacement like so. And now if I just simply preview this, we get a really interesting look. Now you can do a number of different things with this. You can adjust the map, so even I can rotate it like so maybe, and then hit S and let's scale this out. And if I go back, we have a different look. So the complete animation is driven by the map you create, so you can add different styles of map and basically get a different look. So for example, I can even go into this and let's add a CC collider. And now if I just set this to maybe a different something like this, let's see what we get. Pretty cool. So different effect every single time. I can even rotate this probably. Boom. Pretty cool. So you get the idea, play around with the map and create a really interesting animation. Now let's head on to our next technique. Now when we stack up a lot of different effects on top of each other, it can get a bit heavy on the system. So to deal with this, we need to have a much powerful system just like the one I have here, that is the Acer Concept D7SL Pro, which comes with a combination of i7 108 7H 10th gen processor combined with Quadro RTX 3000 6GB graphics and 32GB of RAM clocked at 2900 MHz. So all these components make the device super powerful, and its 4K IPS display, which is validated with Pantone, is the cherry on the cake. I can adjust the screen however I want, which makes it very comfortable to use this machine for longer sessions. The Concept D also comes with a Wacom EMR pen, using which you can straight away start creating your next masterpiece. If you want to know more about Concept D7SL Pro, make sure to click the first link in the description below. Now let's get back to the video. So here again I have a very simple composition with a text. So I'm going to select the text, go into effects and presets and search for an effect called wave warp. Double click to apply this. Set the wave type to sawtooth, increase the wave height to 20 and wave width to 80, set the direction to 0. And now if I just simply preview this, we have these kind of a glitchy look to our text. Now I'm going to duplicate this, so hit Ctrl D. Let's change the color of this one to a darker tone. You can of course go with any color that you like. Then select the top text and set the wave height to -20. And now if I preview this, you can see we have a kind of a trippy text styled animation which looks pretty damn cool. Easy and quick. Now let's jump on to our fourth animation, which is one of my favorite. So here I have a very simple composition with a text and a shape layer of line. For this I will be using a texture. So this is a texture that I downloaded from unsplash.com for free, so you can download it if you want to, or you can try out a different texture as well. So I'm going to drag and drop it here. We can hide this, right click and create a new adjustment layer. We can call this map. Go into effects and presets and search for displacement map. Double click to apply this. In the displacement map layer, I'm going to select the texture that we added. Set the horizontal displacement to 0 and let's animate the vertical displacement. So let's say I can go to 2 seconds and I'm going to create a keyframe on the vertical displacement. Set this to 0 and go at the very start and set this to all the way up like so. So you get a very interesting displacement effect. As you can see, pretty awesome. So I'll hit U, select both the keyframes and hit F9 to easy ease them. Then go into the graph editor, right click and select edit speed graph. Select this point and drag it like so. So now if I preview this, we have a really nice animation. Then what I can also do is select everything, hit Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose it, call the scene, and let's add opacity animation to quickly add a reveal to this. So let's hit T to bring down the opacity, create a keyframe, set this to 0, then hold Alt and Control at the same time and click on the stopwatch to create a hold keyframe. Go 2 frames forward and let's set this to around maybe 50. Go 2 frames forward, set this to 10. 2 frames forward, set this to 80. 2 frames forward, set this to 30. 2 frames forward, set this to 100. So now we have this nice flicker reveal of our text, which looks pretty cool. So we have a very nice styled glitch displacement going on. Now finally, let's head on to our final animation, which is the simplest of all of these animations. So in this one, I'm going to add a nice RGB look to our text. So to do that, I'm going to select the text layer, go into effects and presets and search for shift channels, double click to apply this. Set the red to full off and green to full off, so we only have the blue channel. Then select this, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and then turn off the blue and then turn on the green. Select this, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, turn off the green and turn on the red channel. Then I'm going to select both of these layers, press F4 on the keyboard to reveal the blending modes, and then change the blending mode to screen. Now I'm going to select this layer, hit P to bring down the position and add a very simple expression called wiggle. Open and close parentheses, and let's add a value of 2,6. Then copy this, hit Ctrl C, select these two, hit P to bring down the position, hold Alt and click on the stopwatch and simply paste the expression. So now when we preview this, we have this wiggly RGB glitch effect to this, which looks quite interesting, and you can obviously play around with the value, increase them, decrease them, and get a very nice and subtle RGB look to your text. So that is a wrap for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and you can also follow me on Instagram at dope.motions. All the links are in the description below. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care and always stay raw, stay creative. Peace out.